My name is Austin Jones, and I'm a senior at Tahlequah High School.
Austin is the Student Council President, National Honor Society Vice President, and is also in show choir.
I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do. A bushy, bushy blonde hair, serving USA.
He is Vice President of the Native American Heritage Club and also takes a Cherokee language class at the high school.
Austin, you want to ask me? Say hi, Lahina. I would say Tahlequah Chinema. So what did I just say?
I live in Tahlequah, but you read it in Tahlequah.
I live in Tahlequah. Right.
If I had to come up with a solution for language preservation, I would definitely suggest that we should have language learning centers. And we do have language learning programs, but definitely a place where people can actually physically go and also broadcast the fact that we have resources like that, because a lot of people are unaware that we actually do have language learning privileges, and that's one of the things that I would change.
Austin has an after-school job working for the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, look at her, she's climbing.
On my yak we go, SSC.
Austin joined the Cherokee National Youth Choir in the 6th grade because he loves to sing, but something else happened.
I actually did not know that I was Cherokee when I was growing up. And it wasn't actually until the 4th grade when I joined the Cherokee Children's Choir, and my mom was like, you should really join this choir, and I learned a little bit of Cherokee, and then in the 6th grade I joined the youth choir, and that's when I really started to embrace my Cherokee heritage and my culture.
We've listened to his voice change, and he musically is definitely a leader in our group. He has that natural ability to say, come on guys, let's do this, you know, and to gather people to behind him to get something done. Has always been very interested in learning our language and learning more things about our culture.
To me, I think that being a Cherokee citizen is something that you take pride in. I really take a lot of pride in my heritage because we've come so far. We're not the savages that we were once known in history books as. We are living, breathing proof that modernization and culture still exist.
Austin has been a part of the Cherokee Tribal Youth Council for 2 years and was elected president this year.
Sometimes I can't always be there for certain events, and so I have to be able to be flexible. That's a really big thing about being a leader, is I have to be organized, but I also can't expect everything to go well.
He was not really involved with traditions growing up, but he has learned more and more as he has matured, and he appreciates them.
I didn't grow up with any traditional privileges. I didn't engage in any events like Heritage Day. I didn't even go out to the Heritage Center until I was like in the 8th grade. Oh, I loved it. I love getting to see the museum. It's so amazing to see how far we've come and our past and our history, and to think that that's how we once were, but now we're here, and it's an amazing opportunity to go out there and look at all that we've accomplished. I just recently learned how to finger weave, and I actually wove my friend's belts for the Miss Cherokee competition. So it was actually very fun, and I love doing it. It's culture, and it's something that I really like to engage in.
When Austin does have some time to take a break, he spends it with his grandmother. They cook, they sew, even crochet together. He credits her for teaching him more about his cultural heritage.
When I actually started the choir, my grandmother Sue Schweitzer, she actually sat down with me and told me a lot about the culture. And then once I started joining the choir, we would go to family reunions and I would pick up some of the traditional Cherokee things that my family members were talking about. And my grandma, she cries a lot, and she always has me sing for the family reunions, and every time I sing, she cries, and she's the one who really made me realize that I was Cherokee, and she reminds me a lot of my culture. We crochet together. That's kind of our thing we like to do. It's our hobby, so we do it.
He's a great student. He always does what's asked of him. He goes above and beyond. He rallies people together. He's a servant leader and really a pleasure to work with. He will be somebody someday. But I also want you to remember and know about him that he wants to do what's best for our tribe.
Austin has many dreams and wants to study law and come back to work for the Cherokee Nation. He also has some other aspirations.
And eventually I want to be a council member. Being on the Tribal Youth Council has actually made me realize that I want to be involved in tribal government. And one day, my ultimate dream is to be chief of the Cherokee Nation.